Okay, so hello friends. We're gonna have a little very important meeting today. This is one of two most important trainings about how to build network marketing. Okay, the one training we call core principles, core person, core people. And one of next webinars we will have that training too. Okay, it's a training which is blueprint what it's need to be done on daily basis in order for somebody to grow and to grow business, because without growing yourself business will not grow. So this is combination of activities like reading books, like attending to meetings, like talking with people, like closing and whatever, which influence us as a students to grow personally and to grow business. We call it core. Core. Core means, core from earth is the middle of earth, which is the most, important part of any something. Okay. Also, core means the hard part of fruit, for example. Okay. And today meeting is another very important meeting. We call it start-up meeting. How to start. Why it's so important? Because when people learn about Hotelium first time, or maybe two times, three times, they learn something, they start to understand the concept. This not gives the blueprint to people how to build network. Because if somebody is interested to achieve the real solution with Hotelium, and solution is financial security and freedom, it cannot be done only with investment. Why? Because if you want to live from investment, then you need a very high amount of money to invest. You cannot invest $10,000 and become free from that for your lifetime. This is simply not possible. Okay, you can win something with your investment with $100, $10,000, $2,000, doesn't matter. You can win something, you can learn something, but to achieve the big goal which Hotelium offer in the project, you need to earn money somewhere. You can earn it through Hotelium and then invest in other investment opportunities, or you can earn it somewhere around in your job, in your business or whatever, and invest it in Hotelium, or you can only learn through Hotelium and earn money wherever you want and invest money wherever you want. But the bottom line is you cannot be free financially without to learn how to invest. Not possible. Only if you are worldwide super athlete or super known singer or politician, or I don't know, or if you are super successful entrepreneur who run millions of dollars through your business, but still you need to learn how to invest. Because final freedom coming when money coming to you without work, and that coming from investment. So I will repeat, Hotelium opportunity is concept where people maybe like it, maybe not like it, doesn't matter. But Hotelium concept doesn't teach us how to earn more money. and how to grow personally. This is what Planet program teach us through trainings, through all polygon what we have. And I will repeat, we have one ultimate important training, and it's not about training, but it's about concept, what we call key person core. And we find out that started training, it's extreme important. How to start network marketing. Why it's important? Because if we have this experience after 80 years of existing, the industry of personal referring, building programs or network marketing, we learn that if people have a good start, motivation is much higher. And if motivation is high because you believe you can win, it's unbelievable, but you can also have much better performance. If you don't believe that you will succeed, then you will be lazy. Then you will think 2 times if you will go or not go to meeting. But if you have results, if you have high belief that you will become rich, then it becomes easier to go to meeting, to talk with people, to do things. So motivation is really, really important part of success. Anyway, anywhere. And what we try to teach people is how to have inner motivation, not motivation from some speaker or from some event, but from within. And this comes if you believe that you can be successful in anything what you do. If you play football, it's same like if you are in a fashion business, if you are in network marketing, if you are on college. If you see that you are good in study, you will have easier studying than somebody who study less than you, but have not really believed that he will finish the college. Whatever we do, the success is the best motivation what we can have. And our job is to create some success and then to feed ourselves with that success, to get motivation to create some more success, to feed again with that success. And this is something what we call cycles of success. And unfortunately in life, we have also cycle of failure. When people lose, when people miss the goal, and it coming repeatedly, the level of self-esteem and self-belief goes down and down and down. And you just find yourself in the cycle of repeating lost. I believe everybody who is a little older than 30-year-old knows what I'm talking about. When you are in some period of life when everything's going bad and wrong, nothing going well. And I also believe that everybody tastes in some moment of life, in some field, the same on the opposite direction. Everything's go easy, like it's made for you. And this is why this starter training, it's really important. Unfortunately, my experience is that most of people don't start the perfect start. Not perfect that most people not even correctly start the business. And this is, bad news. Why people not choose to start with the most chances to get success? I don't know, I'm just guessing. Because they didn't recognize how big is opportunity, because they are simply not teachable, because they don't believe from first day that they can be that big success, because a lot of people are afraid of success. Because if we talk about hundreds of thousands of dollars earning in a year, this is pretty, brave for somebody who earn today $500 in a month. Okay, and so on. So before I start training, I really, really like to make you comparison. It's like if you are in desert and you don't see anything around, anything anywhere, and you know that you must walk, you cannot sit because there is nothing around. You must walk, but you don't know which direction you should walk. And anyway, you not sit and lay down and waiting for that. You go and you walk. And if you don't see anything in front of you, the motivation probably will go up and down, because you just start to think, do I go wrong fucking way? And if you ever watched Barry Grylls, very famous survivor guy, and they put him in different environments, in desert, in jungle, in anywhere. And then he said, first step is protect your attitude. That's first step when you find yourself in some terrible situation in the wild. Protect your attitude, because if you collapse with attitude, you are done. You are done. You need to believe that it's possible to get out, to save. Then you look for shelter, water, food. But first is protect your attitude. So, what I want to say, if you don't see where to go to come out from desert, it's very, very possible that you will completely lose motivation and believe that you will find way out. But if you see the lights of city, even if it's so far away from your point, you will have strength to walk, because you see that the solution is, even if it's so far away from, but you see it, and you will walk, and probably you will come to the city. It's same if people start well with network marketing. Everything change. If people start without results, wrong, simply no results, the doubt start to become the strongest enemy. This is not for me. My friends are not right for that. My country is not right for that. I'm too young, I'm too old, I'm woman, doesn't matter which enemies you let to come in your mind, you fucked. And this is the same in any field of success, in any sport. If you ever listening the biggest athletes like Michael Jordan, like Novak Djokovic, they always talk about mindset and mental strength. They always put the physical abilities and talent on the second importance. first is your mind. And I believe that Planet Program main teaching is about how to train your mind in a winning direction. For me, there is no good attitude and then bad attitude, and I don't know how many levels between. For me, it's a good attitude and fucking bad attitude. And everything what is not good attitude, it's a bad attitude. Even if it's only for 1 millimeter of complaining, whining, or whatever how we express the bad attitude, doubting or whatever. Okay? Also, I like to share with you next thing. I saw many people who started really good and didn't finish the race. And I also saw many people who started very weak and wrong and they finished the race. I want to say that good start, it's much better than bad start, but it's not guarantee. Because person who want to be successful needs to be awake all of time and need to grow and learn all of time. Very simple. So if you start well and you in our business, you have 30 people after 1 month, it's a fantastic start. That doesn't mean that you will become great leader. Because it's very possible that because of easy, good start, that your nose will go up, that you will become arrogant, that you will become lazy, that you will start to try to lead with delegation and not as with sample or any of traps which we can face, which block us from path to success. Okay, so there is no guarantee. I saw people who start, for example, playing poker, and when they start the game, in first 2 hands, maybe you are lucky and you win double. So it's much easier to play till the end of tournament if you double your chips right from beginning. But also I saw people who start and lost everything or a lot of in first 2 hands, and they still come back. Okay, so on the end, good start will help, but it's not guaranteed. What I want to say to leaders, which we have here, okay, and maybe to future leaders, that this good start, we named the training the perfect start, the perfect. And then people choose how close to perfect they will do. Some of people do 5% from the perfect start. And very few people make perfect everything what it's asked to start. Okay? But when we become trainers, when we start to understand, when we influence people and teach people how to start, we start to understand that it's pretty much depend of us how good he will understand the importance of the perfect start and how good we are as a salespeople and influencer to make them start as close as perfect. So it's not the same if you as leader not put full effort to your people to understand and to try to start them as a perfect start. Because if you are in desert with your kid and you don't see anything anywhere. And if your kids say, I think, Mama, Papa, we should go to the left side, and you don't know, okay, so you say, okay, I believe it's right side, but you don't know. But if you see the lights on the right side and your kid want to go to the left, there is no way that you will allow to go other direction than where you see the lights. This is the job from leaders to influence people about good start. And probably this is the key moment of really success and not success. It's not about inviting people. It's kind of pre-qualification. It's not about show the presentation. It's about starting new people. That's the key difference to build the business. Okay, so let me share the screen with you. Even if somebody is a panelist, attendist, blah, 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 just make them join. Okay, so I will go pretty fast through this because I want this to put on the YouTube channel. As I said, Hotelium is the tool, is the vehicle, is the concept how to create success. And Planet Program is a blueprint, is 30 years experience, is a system how to use Hotelium to create success. You can use Planet Program as a blueprint in any other network marketing and pretty much in any other field in life, because principles of success are the same. Yes, product can be different and many things can be different, but basic principles of success is the same. If you start your own company, restaurant, or beauty salon, do you think it's important how good start you will make? Do you believe if you make good start with your any business that will give you motivation to go hard? And opposite, if you open the shop and 1 month nobody shows to buy anything from you, do you think that your motivation will start to doubt about everything? It's the same, okay? So how to succeed in network marketing? First, as I spoke before, you need to check your attitude. You cannot go build something if you are full of doubt. Because if you're sitting with your people and you are full of doubt, they will feel it. They will feel it. And you cannot sell me something that I not see that you believe in it. Second thing, you need to gain knowledge about Hotelium, about network marketing, about industry. Because if you're coming to network marketing as a teacher, as a doctor, as a politician, as a policeman, as any profession, as a student, you know some things which are involved in network marketing, but you don't know most of things, and you need to learn. We have system how to learn. And this system is the best system existing. And I'm not talking about Planet Program as a such, but I'm talking about system where people learning through action. Not 3 years to school and then you go to practice, but through practice we are learning. This is how we get knowledge. Third step, what you as a future diamond need to put on the table after positive, brave, good attitude, after high teachability index, and after you show that you are good student, ready to learn. Next thing is you need and must provide enough action for enough long time to create momentum, to create results which will take you on the wave for next period of time. The momentum is networker's best friend. Momentum means that somebody created enough action that this brings some people on the boat with you, very excited about your business and their business, very active in their business, which is your business. So when it's momentum, all ships rise. Okay. And finally, only running around like a chicken, it's not good. It's not enough. But you need to make correct action, the right things. All this we are learning here. Today, you will learn about all these four things. What is enough action and what is correct action? Where is the channel to get knowledge, what you need? Where are the tools to build and protect your attitude? Because the miracle of Planet Program is that we are not giving out the book where you can read about success, but we giving out complete environment and complete polygon to implement this what you learn. And this is what is magic. So I will repeat, we call this start perfect start, the perfect start. And your job is when you will take the paper and go through this training on YouTube channel later alone and put these things on the paper. And then you see, for example, first step, set the goal with your mentor. And then you put on side plus or minus. Did you call your mentor? Did you sit down and put your goal on paper? What will you do and achieve in next 30 days? And this one little difference, this little step, which is really not hard, everybody can do it. But most of people never do it. This little difference is a huge difference on the end. Because we saw that people which are talking with people about project, the same people without goal have very different results than people which talk with people and they have a goal. I want to achieve silver rank level till the end of month. And then next month, I going to achieve gold rank till next 60 days. And these 60 days I will split in two parts, 30 days, etc., etc. Set the goal with your mentor. Second, go to YouTube channel and listen to 2 or 3 videos. These videos, it's something like you are listening now. It's trainings with knowledge and trainings with energy to positively influence you and build your attitude up. Because if you will talk with your friend after you listen to me 30 minutes, you will be much stronger than if you just, wake up and call your friend and do the same thing without this boost of energy before. So this is also very important alliance for your success. Third thing, take a paper or little book, notebook, and write 100 names of people you know. Your close friends, your distant friends, your family members, your colleagues, your friends from sport, etc., etc. This is the project. I will just try to apostrophe the importance of this. Okay? People, I will repeat. This is the perfect start. 100 names, it's a perfect. 10 names, it's, I think, much less perfect. What do you think? So if you decide to put 10 names, congratulations, it's your life. But I tell you that with 100 names of your notebook, you have very big difference in your attitude when you start to invite people and talk with people and call people. So 100 people is the project. You not need to finish it after you start the same moment. You can finish it in 2-3 days. First, you put 20, 30, 40 names. And then you start to think. And then you start to check your Facebook. And then you meet somebody on the street. Oh, I forget on this guy. And this guy have a brother. And so on and so on. So a lot of time we play a game. If you put 100 names on list, you will get $100,000. And if you put 99 names, you will get 0. And improve your attitude. Because I'm telling you this, that successful business in network marketing, which is coming from 100 names, it's much, much more money than $100,000. So it's up to you, okay? So when you do this, when you did this, when you set goal with your mentor, then you make plan with your mentor because you need your mentor. Because he will show the presentation to your friends. Because probably you don't know yet how to show presentation. And even if you know, it's better influence if somebody, we call it third person, show the business to our close friends, families, and so on. So in order that you do this, you need to plan together with your mentor, because maybe you are free on Tuesday, but he is not free on Tuesday. And you set up the 5 or 6 appointments, Tuesday 6 and 7 p.m., Wednesday 11 a.m., Thursday 5 and 7, I don't know. And then your job is to invite people and fill these appointments. And if you have 5 or 6 prospects in next 7 days, this is something what we call the perfect start. Because if you have 5 or 6 prospects, prospect is person who are invited and came to see the opportunity. This is the prospect, okay? So if you have 6 prospects in next 6 weeks, it's not the same. It's not the same. If you do same 6 people and show them the business in 3 days, and if you took this 6 person and show them every week to 1 person, your energy is different. And probably you will have 0 result with 6 people in 6 weeks. And probably you will have 2 guys joining if you showed to 6 people in 3 days. This is how important is rhythm and timing. So let's see, this was the first week. You sit with your mentor tomorrow, it's a Saturday. You make planning, you start to invite people, and you make Sunday 2 meetings, Monday 1 meeting, Tuesday 1 meeting, Wednesday 2 meetings, for example, with the new prospects. But then, after you talk with your people on Sunday, maybe you spoke on like this on Zoom, maybe you were sitting in coffee shop or in office, doesn't matter. After you show presentation, first time, you not really expect an answer from him. You expect him to meet you again 1 or 2 or 3 days later to talk about what you explain him about Hotelium. That's why it's very important that after you show him Hotelium and you finish, it's very important that you send him also some video, some presentation or something, okay? And during this follow-up meeting, so first meeting is when you first time show the presentation. Follow-up meeting is when you meet next day and you answering his question and you talk about Hotelium. It's very important that you have your mentor with you and that you learning from your mentor about these questions and answers. And what is very important is that during this process, when you meet people second time, that you invite also next people for show them the presentation first time. This is the key to make rhythm that every week you have few people show the presentation for first time and few people from last weeks you talk second, even third time about how to join, what they're thinking about, and so on and so on. Regularly listen the video trainings to get motivated, to learn how to close the deal, how to arrange the meeting, how to use mentor, and so on and so on, okay? And what we want to do for international English speaking, it's right now, we want to have every 2 weeks info meeting like we had it last Wednesday, I believe, and every other 2 weeks, the training. When we will build the numbers, then we go weekly info meeting and weekly training. What does it mean? That means that some leader is on the field talking with people and then invite them to see the bigger picture with people from Europe, people from Africa, people from Asia. And when they see the same presentation, but surrounded with 100 people, it's become different presentation. It becomes real, okay? So it's very important, okay? So one of things in network marketing is that results come with delay. That means when we talk with person, very, very rare it's that he immediately decide and he say no or yes. Most of time we need to meet next time again, maybe another time again. Maybe we need to introduce him to our mentor. So maybe he needs 2, 3, 4 weeks before he said, okay, I understand. I will invest $200. And during these 4 weeks or 2 weeks, we are just keep moving. And this picture, what you see here, if you do the perfect start, if you make first week 6 meetings with your people, probably nobody will join with package. But if next week we do next 6 people, 1 or 2 from first week will join in second week. And if we do new 6 people third week, one people from first week, one from second week start to joining. This is the circle. Okay? Okay. As I said before, the concept of core, key player, which we will have separate training about that, because this is the answer. This is the reason why everybody can build network marketing organization. Everybody. Why I can say that? Not just because I saw people which are very weak and they made big businesses, but I also saw very strong people which didn't make business. Why is this guarantee that everybody can make big business? Because in order to make big business in network marketing, you need to be key player, core. And key player is person who do regular the things what you see here. So if I ask 100 people in venue, can everybody go diamond? Not everybody will raise the hand. But if I ask if anybody can show 10 presentation in a week, everybody can do that. If I ask, can everybody go diamond? Not everybody will raise the hand. But if I ask, can everybody read the book every day 15 minutes? Everybody can do that. Everybody can watch one video every day. So every one of these tasks or jobs which are part of core, every one of them, everybody can do. That's why everybody can become diamond. The problem is that people are not doing these 6 steps or 6 things what are necessary to be done. That's it.